Hello, my dear students. Let's add value to our knowledge account today. I am Dr. Bharati Sunil. Welcome to today's video on cost accounting. This is one of my favorite subjects. This subject is there for BCom, BBA, MCom, MBA, CA, ISWA, ACS, CMA, and many other professional courses. So before starting the video, you should understand why we have to study cost accounting. It is like GPS for business success. Think of cost accounting like Google Maps for business owners. Whenever we drive into a new city, just like we won't drive into a new city without having GPS, in the same way, smart business owners don't make any decisions without knowing the true costs of their business. So, cost accounting shows them a very easy part to know their profitability because once they know their costs, they can decide the price so that they can have the profits, whatever they are expecting for the business. And cost accounting separates successful businesses from failed ones. Here we'll take the story of Raj and Amit. Raj and Amit started their businesses. They started a small restaurant, and Raj used to count the money, whatever he is earning in the business. He used to feel that he's making good cash, and he used to think that I'm making money. But Amit uses cost accounting, and he used to check whatever the cost he is incurring on a particular dish and whatever the price he is getting on that. When he did this, he came to know that he is getting loss of rupees 20 on biryani. So what he has done, he has adjusted recipe and the pricing, then he made profits. So with this, what you can understand, without knowing the cost, if you do business, we can't understand whether we made profit or loss. So always it is to be checked that whether our costs are less than our prices. And cost accounting prevents business disasters before they happen. Here I would like to quote another example. Here Mr. Ramesh started a small bakery and he has received one order from a restaurant. Every week he has to supply 1000 pastries to restaurant at rupees 25 each. So here Ramesh has to decide whether he has to accept that order or not. Why? Because when he compares the pastries cost with the price whatever is offered by him, he is getting loss of rupees 5. Here what Ramesh should do, he can't sell for 5 rupees loss on each pastry. So what he should do, he should either negotiate for the better price with the restaurant or he should walk away from the contract. So by this way, he can stop the disaster, what can happen in his business. So like this, cost accounting will be helping us in our business. So that is why we should know about cost accounting. So today I will explain you some terms in cost accounting and I will also explain about features of cost accounting. For this topic, I would like to take the example of one small bakery that is named as Sweet Treats. Here you can see what is cost, what is costing and what is cost accounting. I would like to explain to you very clearly in depth so that you can understand the subject in future perfectly. First of all, you should know what is the meaning of cost. Cost means whatever the amounts that we are incurring for our business. What is our business? Sweet treats. So in our sweet treats, what we are making? We are making cakes. For making cake, what are the ingredients we require? We require wheat flour, we require sugar, we require butter, we require many other ingredients. So all the ingredients cost, whatever is incurred, we have to take into consideration. And also we require oven and we require workers to make that cakes and we require packing material, right? And we should also incur some expenditure for writing names and all on that cakes, no? So that expenditure plus rent of our bakery, electricity, etc. So all these things we should take into consideration under what? Under cost. So what is cost? Cost means it is simply the money spent to get something. So here what we are getting? We are getting cakes. While making cakes, whatever the expenses we are incurring, that is called what? Cost. Next, costing. In the sweet treat, we'll make various types of products, like we'll make biscuits, we'll make cakes, we'll make pastries. Okay, like this we'll make various kinds of products. But here sweet treats, but we want to know how much we are incurring to make a particular pastry. For example, we want to make pineapple pastry. So for pineapple pastry, we want to know how much of cost we have incurred. So what is this? This is called costing. Costing means what? The process of finding out the cost of something specific. Means here we want to know the what is the cost of one pastry. It's called what? Specific, right? So it involves collecting and analyzing the cost data. So here what we should collect, what data we should collect here? We should collect how much of ingredients cost we have incurred, that will come under materials, right? And how much of labor, means who are working for making this pastry. We have to take proportionately the amount of the salary or the amount of the wages paid to those people who are making that cake under labor, right? Next, overheads. We'll take the electricity cost that we have incurred for using this oven for making this pastry. Like this, all the costs we will check. So what we have checked? Raw material cost we have checked labor cost, and we have checked other expenses cost. So by adding all these things, we can know how much of cost we have incurred to make a piece of pineapple pastry. So why we want to know the specific cost of pineapple pastry? Because in our sweet treats we make different types of pastries. But if we want to fix price for pineapple pastry, we should know the cost, how much we are incurring on that. So based on that, we will decide our price by fixing our profit percentage. Is it clear? So that is about what? Costing. Now coming to the third one, cost accounting. So what is cost accounting? This is the broader system that records, classifies, analyzes and interprets cost data for decision making and control. So this I will explain. We have to record costs. So what costs we incur? We incur raw material cost. Say for example, we make different types of cakes. So if you take the example of chocolate cakes, in our sweet treats we are making chocolate cakes. So how much of cost we are incurring? So how you will see? We will see materials cost, we will see labor cost, we will see overheads. Overheads means what? Expenses, other expenses, right? So we want to record all those costs. So how you will record? You will write how much of purchases of ingredients are made. Ingredients means wheat flour, sugar, butter, etc. Okay, so how much of cost we have incurred for purchasing ingredients, we will record. And also we'll record how many labor hours are spent in making chocolate cakes, right? Next, other expenses means how much of rent we have paid, how much of electricity bill, how much of other expenses we are incurring. So all those things we will consider under recording of costs and classifying. Why we are classifying means here we have classified it as materials, labor and overheads, right? So next, analyzes. So here we will analyze how much of cost we are incurring, at what price we are selling. So we'll analyze how much of profit we are getting on chocolate cakes. Say for example, if we are selling one cake for 1000 rupees, and what is our cost that is we are incurring is 800. So here we can understand that we are making profit on that particular chocolate cake, right? And also we can see how many chocolate cakes we can sell to get more profits, or how many pineapple cakes we can sell, or how many butterscotch cakes we can sell, how many black forest cakes we can sell. Like that we can make analysis, and we can understand how many cakes we have to sell under each flavor. If we feel that in some cakes we are making more expenses, then what we can do, we can see that those expenses are reduced. See, if we are reducing expenses, our cost will be reduced, right? If the cost is reduced, we can get more profit. Say for example, we are making pineapple cake for 800 rupees. Say if we are able to reduce the cost to 700, how much of profit we can get if we sell at 1300 rupees profit? Suppose if we are not controlling our costs, we are not avoiding unnecessary wastages, we will make that cake for 800 rupees. So we'll make it for 800 rupees and we'll sell for 1000 rupees. So how much of profit there we are getting? 200. So if you have to understand that if we make control of wastages, then our profit will increase. In cost accounting, what we'll do, we'll record and classify our costs, and we'll make analysis and we'll interpret that. Interpret means how much we are incurring on that, whether we are incurring more or we are incurring less costs, are we making wastages, all that we can understand in interpretation, right? So this will help us to make corrections. So that is called what? Decision making means how many cakes we have to make under each flavor, and also where we have to control our costs. And in this cost accounting, we can also know how much of costs we have incurred in the last month. Means we can know the historical cost, and we can also know what presently we are incurring, and we can also decide in future how much of cost we can incur by making control of our costs. So in this way, cost accounting will help us. Is it clear about cost, costing and cost accounting? And next I will explain about features of cost accounting. You can see what are the features of our cost accounting. So what is the first feature? Records and classifies costs. That means it systematically organizes all the expenses. So just now we have discussed what are the expenses we incur in making cakes in our sweet treats, raw material cost we incur, labor cost we incur, and other establishment costs also we incur, right? So here cost accounting will help us to record and classify costs based on that. See, when we go further into cost accounting topic, you will understand why we have to classify these costs. Because after this first unit, you are having materials chapter, next labor chapter, next overheads chapter. Means whatever the costs we incur, all those costs must be classified as, say, here we have taken the example of cakes. Say if you take the example of furniture, we want to make nice sofa set. So what we incur? We incur wood, we incur cushion, etc., etc. What are the materials we use, right? So that is raw material cost, and we also incur labor cost because we require workmen to make that particular sofa, right? And also we require supervisors to monitor their work and to supervise this workers. We incur other expenses like we have to take one premises to make these sofas, right? And we incur other expenses like any machinery we require to make that, right? So all our rent or other expenses, whatever we are incurring to run that machinery, like say for example we want electricity, right? Like any other expenses, whatever we incur, all those expenses will come under overheads. Like this, we will record all the costs and we will classify them. So in sweet rates, what we can take as example, say for material, what we use flour, right? So next for labor, we will take wages, whatever we have paid, or salaries, whatever we have paid. Next, third, overheads, right? So overheads means what we'll take rent and electricity. Is it clear? So like this, what we'll do, we will record and classify costs. Coming to the second one, see what's the second one? Focuses on specific cost units, right? In this, you have to understand that we make in our sweet treats, we make different types of products, as you all know. So what cost? If you go to any bakery, what you will see, for each cake, one price tag will be there. For all cakes, you will not have the same price tag. No, why it is differing? Because based on the making cost, right? So that is why we should know specific cost of each particular pastry or each particular cake. That is the second feature. So this second feature that is focuses on specific cost units is very crucial for making pricing decisions, because what price we have to fix for pineapple pastry, what price we have to fix for black forest pastry, or what price we have to fix for cookies, what price we have to fix for cakes. So everything we can decide only through knowing the cost of specific product. Next, we'll go to the third one, historical and predetermined costs. In this, what we can understand, what are our historical costs? Means whatever the cost we have incurred before in the past, right? And what costs we can incur in the future. So what are the costs we have incurred in the past and what costs we are going to incur in the future, we can know through cost accounting. So that is the third feature of our cost accounting. So what are the costs we have incurred in the last month and what are the costs we are going to incur in the next month, we can know through cost accounting. And also, suppose we have received a big catering order for the next month. So we should know how much of cost we will incur when we supply these pastries or cakes in the next month. So cost accounting will help us. How it will help us? Because it will give us the amount whatever we have spent in the last month, so that we can also come to know whatever the amount. Based on that, we can come to know whatever the amounts we can incur in the next month to serve our catering orders, to fulfill our catering orders. So what is this cost called? This is called predetermined cost or estimated cost. So what is historical cost? Means what are the costs that we have incurred in the last month is called historical cost. And what is predetermined cost? Means what cost you are going to incur for the next month catering order, that is called predetermined cost, or it is also called estimated cost. So we have discussed the third feature also. Now we are going to discuss about internal reporting. That's the fourth feature of cost accounting. This reporting is for internal management purpose, but not for external parties. As the owner of Sweet Rates, the reports whatever we are receiving from the cost accounting system team, these reports will help us to know where we are making more profits and which materials we are purchasing at a more expensive rate, and where we are making wastages. So this will help us to make decisions, like wherever we are making wastages, there we have to control that, and we should see that wastages are avoided, right? So, and also where we are making more profits, try to make more business in that particular type of products, right? Where we are making less profits, either you stop selling those products or reduce the number of units to be sold in the bakery. Suppose we feel that some materials we are purchasing at expensive rate, it is always better for us to plan the purchases so that we are not paying more money for purchasing those type of raw materials. So we should make advance orders to our suppliers to get at a reasonable cost. So have you understood why this internal reporting? Internal reporting is for only internal management purpose. It is not for any tax purpose for the government or for bankers purpose or any other external parties purpose. It is only for internal management purpose, to decide which products are more, to know which products are more profitable to us, and where we are making losses, where we can control our losses, and where we can plan our purchases in advance so that we need not pay more amounts on that. This is about cost accounting topics. Whatever we have covered today, we have covered about the why we have to study about cost accounting, and what is cost, what is costing, what is cost accounting. I've explained you, and I've also explained you features of cost accounting. So that's all for today, but learning never stops. So please watch my cost accounting videos. In the next video, I will explain about cost accounting functions, benefits of cost accounting, and limitations of cost accounting. So keep learning, keep growing. So please like, share, and subscribe my videos. It will be a big encouragement for me so that I can make more and more videos in many subjects. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.